All right, today we're building a Dakota fire pit. It is the coldest day we've had in months, which honestly makes this a pretty fair test. If it works today, it works. Durable dads, brothers from other mothers, and sisters from different misters, thanks for tuning in. Today, Jeremy and I are continuing a series that's all about building real fire pits. Not oversized party pits that burn through half a forest just to warm your hands for 10 minutes. We're keeping it simple. We're keeping it smart. And we're keeping it, durable dads, and some littles in training, practical. Jeremy from FIREWURX is back with me today, and we're building a Dakota fire pit from scratch. It's low profile, efficient, and simple enough for your kids to be involved, even when conditions aren't ideal. And today, conditions are not ideal. First things first, location. All right, so we got flat ground, a clear area, and it's away from any overhangs. This is also where the kids can help, clearing snow, marking the spot, and learning why placement matters. Normally you dig a bit deeper than we're going to today, but pretty frozen ground and weather changes the plan. We're not fighting the ground today. We're adapting.
Hello everybody. Hope everyone's happy and healthy and warm. A little chilly today. Minus 15 I think when I woke up. I'm not sure what it's at now. But today we are building a Dakota fire pit. So the Dakota fire pit was built or invented a long time ago by the Sioux Indians in Dakota. And it was meant for stealth, and so they wouldn't light the prairies on fire, and everything's kind of underground. Very efficient. Once the wind starts coming in, it'll feed fire will feed itself oxygen, and it's pretty low maintenance for the most part. But yeah, you can't. It's meant for stealth, so you can't really see it when you're looking across the field. But when you get right above it, you can warm your hands, and when you're done, bury it back over. Nobody will know you were there. Carry on with your day.
Hey kids, Durable Dads here, bringing you real gear tests, dad-approved tips, and adventures that actually work. If you're one of the 86% watching but not subscribed, hit that button. It's one click for you, and it keeps this party rolling. So in case anybody thinks that I'm a lazy shit, I'm actually helping with the camera.
Oh, good stuff.
Right? So what are you doing here? I'm assuming what you're going to do is dig that down at an angle into the other pit?
I'll just dig it down, not quite as deep as I dug the other one. Dig this one down a little bit more shallow, a little bit on an angle. If the wind was coming this way, it'd be better, because it'll funnel the air in.
Right.
Stoke the fire, but the air is dead calm today, so I'm just going to dig it straight because it's not going to make really any difference.
Perfect. Okay, I think it's time to fire this up and let's see how it works.
All right.
So what's the theory behind the build on a Dakota pit?
Just airflow, stealth, and also to not burn the prairies down.
This is also good. So is duff a problem with this or no?
Duff is a problem with this because you're burning it underground, right? You're not burning it above the ground. So either way, it's going to be a problem with duff.
Okay. So how is this a practical? I see how that has the pit that acts as an airflow. So, I mean, obviously we want to build it into the wind, but we don't have that today. It works kind of like a rocket stove, you were saying?
Yeah, because it's sucking the air in, and the air is feeding it. Basically, it's feeding itself air. It's feeding its own air supply.
Perfect. So other than the simplicity of just digging down a hole and then a connecting shaft. How is this going to be really handy for dads as a fire pit to have with the kids?
As far as handy goes, it keeps the fire more. It's safe for the kids because they can't reach in there. And, it's easier to keep an eye on them, easier to keep them away from the fire, and it's also it's a fun thing for the kids to do because kids like digging holes.
Who doesn't?
Right? So you can get them to do all the work for you.
Perfect.
Essentially.
Right. Not that we'd ever contemplate something like that.
No, never. Slave labor for kids. No.
Right. We don't call them slaves here. So, but my thinking here is that we should have a little more burning, considering it's cold out. It's what, -8 out today?
Something like that. A little more burning when you...
Oh, let's get this started.
Oh, yes.
We can talk all day.
So, there we go.
And it's off. Nice. The fat wood is going to smell so good.
Yes.
So how's the efficiency level on this?
Very good. Once it starts going, it just keeps sucking up the oxygen and feeding itself, and it works really good.
Excellent. And how's this going to work for warming yourself? So say you're out there, you're still roaming around, but we're obviously going to make coffee because, that's tradition around here. But how's that going to work for actually keeping you nice and warm?
Basically, you got to stand right over top of it and kind of just hover over top of it. You don't get the radiant heat from it like you do with just a surface fire.
Right. Okay. But it's going to be, oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, right.
So.
They're great to cook on too because you can nice and low to the ground. So if you found a green sapling or whatever, you could, as long as it's green wood, you could weave yourself a grill, or else just like sticks across. Nice green ones so they don't burn up so fast.
Right.
And give you enough time to pot of coffee or whatever, right?
Excellent. Excellent. A pot of coffee is what we need. We did bring a grill, so let me feed this. So just going to walk around a little bit here, and we'll change perspectives. Jeremy?
All right. So when I built this, I put all the kindling on the bottom. So I built it in reverse.
Okay.
So instead of putting your tinder and everything on the bottom and working your way up,
okay,
it's just reverse. It's a reverse fire.
Kind of like a pyramid fire.
Exactly. Because of all the air is being sucked under, you don't have to worry so much about airflow.
Excellent. And it's crackling. It's going really quite well. So, and we can get a perspective here of the airflow chamber heading through. That's you made a decent size airflow, so this is going to get lots of love.
If the ground wasn't so frozen, I would build this secondary hole more of a cone shape.
Right, okay.
Just to kind of funnel a little bit more, because you want a big opening here and a smaller opening at the bottom where it's going to feed the fire. Just
to try and rock it and concentrate.
Exactly. It condenses everything and shoots through a little better.
Yeah, right. So just jetting it. But you know what? Also, there was a couple of rocks in there too, which is something you're going to have to watch out for. So, because you can't tell what's going to be down there. But that looks like it's going really quite nicely. Build it up. Okay, I think this is definitely going. So maybe I should, is it a little too early to prep the coffee?
No, I think get her going.
Okay, let's get. All right, kids, it's that time again. Time for some gratuitous fire and nature footage. As you can see that the fire is doing quite well and the coffee is on. And it's drying exactly how it should, and it's right underneath the pot. We should have coffee soon. The pit is working really well. This isn't a flashy fire pit. It doesn't look impressive from a distance, but it's efficient, predictable, and calm, which honestly makes it a good one to build with the kids. Listen to that coffee perking. As always, Mother Nature, you could use a good cup on a cold day, hot cup, your share. Ho 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 ho. Okay, I better go get my own stash. Be right back. All right, nobody's gonna think I'm cheap. Cheers. All right, kids. So there you have it. A simple, low-profile fire pit that actually works. No over-engineering, no party bonfire nonsense. Just good design that keeps the fire where you need it and makes it easier to build and learn together. Big thanks to Jeremy from FIREWURX for the knowledge, the patience, and for proving once again the simple ideas done right always win. So, if you found this useful, hit like, share it with your fire starting buddy, the good kind of fire starting, and stick around. This series is also warming up. And remember, dads, durability isn't just about the gear, it's about how you build it. So here's me and Jeremy keeping the coffee warm and the gear dirty. Peace out, Scout.